Good morning.
And then pull that other piece all the way in tight.
Morning, Al.
Good morning.
Getting it. What's that? That's the that's the lift cylinder valve, correct?
That's the rear canopy actuator shuttle valve.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, getting it. Safety where it is. We can button her up.
That's how I brought my small ones. They had a pair. I always wanted to get it, never did, but it was basically looked like just a Phillips screwdriver shaft that had been cut off, and they put two holes in the very tip of it to run the wire in there, zip that down, and just.
Ow! They make a tool for that. Have you ever seen wire wrap?
That's what I'm talking about. It's a safety wire tool, but it doesn't look like pliers.
Right. Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen that as well.
That sounds like a T6 Texan that we saw a little bit ago.
I think it's that one next door.
Yeah.
Gotta love.
All right, so that's buttoned up. We're getting the air cart ready. I just moved it out so that the exhaust isn't blowing all into the hangar. But we're going to connect the air hose and leak check the system, and I think we're also going to deploy the rat, and just to make sure that everything still cycles properly. All right, get the air hose here.
Do you know where to get some soybeans?
So this is where this goes.
But we do have a bag ready.
I want to get on there.
Yeah, wait. We still have a screw bag attached. It's also not letting go up on the side.
Then we open the valve, which is also a 3/4 inch. How is this doing? Okay. There we go. The air servicing port is open for us, so now we can put air on it when we're ready. Going on behind me, we're buttoning up all the lower panels, getting her ready for towing out for display for the upcoming air show weekend. That's next weekend. Alright, time for a little narration from the editing room. So this is our high pressure air compressor, otherwise known as a high pack, and we use it to service the air system on the Phantom. So this is the air pressure in the air hose currently. The next gauge over is the receiver pressure for the air in the tank. And that red handle is what we use to set the air pressure in the air hose with these large gauges at the top of the machine. And here I'm trying to get Al's attention to let him know that there's 2,500 psi in the air hose, and he's telling me he's only got 2. There's a little bit of a pressure drop across there, and we just got to wait for the air pressure to build from one system to the other. So as we go through this, as we use the air in the receiver tank that's on the cart, we got to wait for it to recharge, and this is with the 4 stages of compression. That's those 4 gauges I was just pointing to. So every stage of compression, so you get one cylinder that feeds to the next. So here they are in sequence. That's cylinder 1 that feeds its air pressure to cylinder 2, and then feeds directly over to cylinder number 3, and finally 4, and the pressure just builds steadily from each stage of compression all the way up to 3,000 psi, which is the set point of our cart. So the receiver tank is full again, so now I can bump up the pressure a little bit until it balances out with the jet. Set point is currently 2,750, and now I just got to wait for the air pressure to build. So neat little air compressor. Certainly is a little noisy. So to go with this, you got this little radiator right here in front of me. So anytime you compress air, it gets really hot. So this is what cools it back down to a serviceable level. And just waiting for the pressures to build. So that is the high pressure air cart. Alright, so now we are finished with that task. Crew Chief Al is closing the valve on the jet, so then we can secure up everything at the air cart. We have to close this valve first. He's telling me it's good, So now I can close the valves to the hose and then open. Yep, got to close the valve to the hose. Otherwise, we end up draining the receiver tank. And then now I can open the bleed air valves so we can release the air pressure in the hose. Because with the valves at both ends closed, now there's 3,000 psi trapped inside the hose. So we want to release that pressure before we disconnect the hose. Otherwise, it's going to be a very bad experience for whoever's disconnecting the hose. And then I'm just emptying the moisture traps here. And it's just to keep the air system nice and dry after a good run.
Ah, you got a hissing sound. You feel it?
I keep coming from. Feel it in the back.
He feels it. We got to cycle the canopy?
I'll try that.
Shuttle valve.
Shuttle valve.
Well, cycle the canopy once.
Yeah. Here. Here, duck down. And your canopy control is right
The lockout.
there. You want him to cycle it on the strut first?
I want it closed and open.
Okay. So she's up. I'm going to go ahead and pull this.
Gotcha.
All right. Another canopy. Hang on. Let me get clear. All right. Go ahead.
Cool. Canopy's going closed.
All right.
Don't. Do you hear anything?
He's giving 2 thumbs up.
Okay, open it.
All right. Open.
Still leaking a little bit.
It's still leaking a little bit.
Yeah.
Cycle it again.
Cycle it again.
Copy. Coming down.
You hear that?
That's it, equalizing. That's the canopy seals, right?
Well, no, it's the pressure in the system equalizing.
Ah.
Okay, open it.
Open.
Not as bad, but it's still there. All right, but it seems to be only on the upside like it was.
That's going to have to come back out.
What's that?
The shuttle valve.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now you can move forward to the rat control.
The rat control.
Are we trying the rat?
Yep.
All right.
Make sure. Yep. Your camera's still good.
Open the rat.
All right, rat coming out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like last time, it was very, very slight, but only with it up.
This hit me once.
Yeah, it did. I remember that story.
Yeah.
It pinched your arm pretty good, didn't it?
It sure did. Only had 1,500 in it though, so it
Yeah.
helped.
Now, once it's up, it stays up, right, even if it loses its air.
Right. Well, airflow is going to keep it up.
Right.
All right.
Oh,
Bring it down. Get too close to that thing. I'm going to need a bit of hydrastical fluid.
yeah, that's pretty quick.
Yeah. I
That's
felt the
about as
breeze.
that's about as quick as the aux air doors.
Yep.
Whew. All right. So you just alluded to it. We never got so your arm was in there once.
Well, I'd taken it. I'm going like, what's going on here? So I pushed it forward, and when I did, it was just enough to hit the switch, and the doors grabbed my arm and threw me down there.
Eee. But no permanent damage.
No. Well, no.
Now that's just equalizing, I think, right?
No, I need hydraulic fluid.
Guys,
Clear up.
alright, Rat's coming up.
There she is.
Still there, but it's not.
Yeah, that's
Not
nowhere
bad.
near as prominent. Nice.
Okay, rat down.
Hands are clear. Bam.
Rat clear up.
I don't think.
Yeah, it's getting fainter.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's
So this is not terribly hard to spin. If I can, I give it a turn?
But you're connected to the generator. Careful.
Neat. All right.
But yeah, if you'll notice when it goes down, these are going to move like that.
Yep.
All right, rat clear down. That's not I'm not too worried about that leak because it's only leaking in full up position. And if you got the rat out, that's not your problem.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
yeah. The air pressure is probably the last of your worries if you need to use this.
Yeah. I mean, if the rat's out, the
it's
air
out,
pressure
it's
did its
And
job.
that was emergency AC power, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no, it's a generator.
Yeah.
But it
That's
probably
all.
goes through the transformer rectifier or whatever, the inverter.
I'm gonna have to look at the electrical book. I know that's part of the emergency bus, but I don't remember what's on it.
Last chance stuff there.
Yeah, pretty much.
You've lost both generators and the battery. Of course, on you, you didn't have a rat or well, you had a battery. Didn't
All
you?
Air Force had a battery.
That one didn't. But the Wrecker was the one that had the battery that was easy to get to.
Yep.
All right, well, good troubleshooting and
So-
closing up.
Yeah, that's definitely not leaking nowhere near as what it used to. Now, not all Phantoms had this. I think starting with the E model, that went away. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the electrical book, but I think that was the emergency AC bus. So that's all that did was just an emergency electrical generator. I know on some aircraft, it's instead of turning a generator, it turns a small hydraulic pump to get hydraulic pressure to critical systems. It's not what it did on the Phantom, it was just electrical power. All right, back over here at this right main. Let's see what the pressure is. Let's see if I can get that for you guys. Looks like she leaked down a little more. Yeah, that's at 100. Yeah, she's leaking. All right, so as I understand it, the plan for this is, yes, more than likely this is going to come off. However, not this weekend and definitely not next weekend. We're probably going to just squirt some air in it for the air show and then deal with it after the air show. I don't think we got enough time left to put a new wheel on or take it to the shop that specializes in aircraft wheels to do that. Now, one of you guys did mention, it's like, hey, squirt some of that leak check on the actual valve with the cap off. I'm going to do just that for you guys. All right, here we go. She's not blowing bubbles out. Okay, so that's not the source for a leak. I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna go find a rag, wipe that down before I put that cap back on. All right, something interesting for you Phantom fixers. We actually have a battery charging capability here in our jet. So last time, whenever we changed the battery, we installed this, and it's our capability for charging the battery in this jet. Something I bet some of you guys would have had back when this thing was in service back in the day. What we got here, let's see, go ahead and plug this in. Thank you, Jack. There we go. We got lights, power, good, and charging. Beautiful. So we're gonna let this charge. It's been a minute since it's charged up. And let her go.
All right. This is definitely leaking, so we're going to take this out and go through it yet again and make sure everything's good to go. I think you had said it's leaking towards the back?
Yeah, it's the rear port. You can actually
Okay.
hear the difference whenever you cover it, as well as the top seal.
Yeah, I hear it. Okay, so yep, we're going to yank that back out. And that's going to have to wait until after the air show, though. So that's not crucial for us just to tow the aircraft out.
Oh, that might be...
How you doing?
Good to be back.
Now, you got something on your channel recently with the MiG, right?
Yeah, I've got, we've been working over at Vietnam War Flight Museum. Getting the MiGs exercised a little bit, as well as they've got the Sky Raider back, so we were doing a bunch of
Nice.
fun work on those.
Now, is this on your Instagram or both on the YouTube
It's
side?
mostly on the Instagram side, but in terms of long form, I haven't been able to film
Gotcha.
much.
Awesome. Appropriate links will be down below for that if you guys want to check out that cool stuff.
Nice.
All right, everybody. That's all we got for today. Some good news. So next weekend is the air show. I love the air show. It's a great event every year. If you guys are in the Houston area, come and check that out next Saturday and Sunday, October 26th and 27th. We will be out there. She'll likely be out there looking all nice and pretty. We'll definitely be selling t-shirts, and it'll be a good time. For the channel, starting on Wednesday, I will be here doing work. I actually took off from my normal job so I could be out here helping prepare all the jets and everything. So may have some interesting stuff to show you guys here in the next couple days. I am so looking forward to this. It's like I said, it's a good time every year, and I'll definitely have more videos out during the week from here. I may not have a DCS video. I might. Just depends on what I can get to as far as filming goes. But definitely there will be some more live action videos this coming week, plus the air show video. So look forward to this. Hopefully we can see some of you guys there. Come on up and say hi. And with that, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later in the week.